Hello, here we are again. Welcome again to another episode of Marvin Frank. What's going on, y'all?
Let's see what everybody's saying.
Well, I tell you what I'm saying. I'm dragging ass right now. The last 24 hours has been woof.
I have a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I slept 3 hours. Frank, not so much. But
it got to the point where I basically had to shut my phone off to keep it from dinging.
Oh, Michelle, this has been a crazy 48 hours. Do you guys realize we've done 5 lives in 2 days?
All right.
People walking by. Yes, I'll give you guys a full update on Jerry. I did talk to her, so yes, hit that like button, subscribe. We thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much. People have asked about memberships. I promise it's coming. I'm trying to get through all the paperwork to get the money first.
Hey, take that back. Come on now.
Oh, Yvonne. She loves Cop Facts.
Well, apparently Cop Facts likes us too, because he was giving us some hellacious compliments the other day.
And we are working on getting him on here to talk with us.
Yeah. Everybody's been grabbing at him here lately, so.
Yeah. So I just want to say I am so thankful for all of you and the love and support that you've shown Frank and I, that you've shown the Mcclerkin family. It means so much to both of us. Especially this week, the family's going to need it. So absolutely love all of you and appreciate every single one of you. Hi, Randy. How are you?
I do want to recognize that we got 2 new moderators, Polygraph and True Crime with Shannon.
Awesome. And Dee and Mike, thank you so much for everything that you do for us also. We've had a couple. Oh, that was pixelated because I was moving. We have had a couple moderators that are taking a break. And hopefully they'll be back with us soon, but we encourage everybody, this is all volunteer basis that they do this. So we encourage family time for them, and if they need a break, to take a break. And we've had a few that need that. So, we support them 100%.
Look what Randy put. Look at this.
So I have a video to show everybody. Yeah. But we'll get to that. Yes.
You're pixelated bad, Marv. Is there something going on in it? Whether
it's because everybody's on the internet, probably.
Well, I don't have that problem on my end, so.
Well, you don't have kids.
Oh, I see. Everybody's on their phones using the Wi-Fi.
If they're not on the phones, they're on Xbox or PlayStation. All of our team TVs stream through Wi-Fi.
Marky's not old enough to work yet, so damn, he can't pay for his own internet.
Nope. Here are the links to them. Did I miss something?
Hey, Randy, why don't you come up on the panel?
Yeah, I'm sending.
I got it right now.
Oh, good. Victoria says, I feel like I live with you guys lately. Yep.
Waiting on you, Randy.
Sierra says, I like watching all 5. Well, thank you. Yes, and True Crime with Shannon also has a video uploading on Karina. So make sure you go check out her channel.
I'm gonna behind the scenes, I'm gonna talk with Shannon because we've got some great information when it comes to the Flora, and I know that she's heavy-hearted when it comes to the Flora Fires.
Yes.
So I'm gonna talk to her about us doing a collab on it and share the information.
Exactly. Oh,
there he is. What's up? What's up, guy?
Randy.
Yeah. Well, the links I put up there so people can. I did those slideshows of Karina. Send me some photos. Put them together. So that's the links to the slides I made, and I'm putting it on her page too.
Thank you so much. All right, so I'm not going to go through any more comments. Thank you for all the love. Yes.
Who's got their fan on?
Nobody.
Randy.
That's my AC. That's it. See, you don't want me cooked. Okay.
For somebody said, make sure you're hydrating. I'm eating ice.
This is what you call hydration.
Right there, Diet Pepsi.
Mm-hmm. So I apologize for the crunching, but I did not get enough liquids in today, and I'm trying.
Hey, everyone. How y'all doing on comments?
Hey, man. It's been crazy last 48 hours, man.
I know.
Randy,
Jerry's really upset with the press conference today.
Oh, yeah. There was no doubt. No doubt.
Yes.
And I don't blame her whatsoever, man, because she's the one that's been beating the streets for 5 years.
Oh, yeah. I've been watching her, and she actually, her whole entire family's been looking everywhere, going to different events to trying to help find Karina so much. And now she's been found in Peru, Indiana.
Of all places.
Yes.
Peru.
Yeah, it's just who's the one thought of that one to take her clear to Peru.
I would have never guessed Peru.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, after it was revealed about the remains being found in Peru, one thing came to my mind, and when that came to my mind, then we realized that they worked together at Chrysler. Think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, the remains that were found yesterday were in Peru, Indiana. I gave Jerry some time. I wanted her to have time today. I reached out to her about an hour ago. It's been a very tough day for them. Very tough day. They are very angry that they weren't notified beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Very angry.
Yeah.
She let out her frustration in Jerry fashion.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very passionate woman. She lets it fly off the cuff, pure emotion.
She's a true Hoosier, I can tell you that, because if every word that comes out of her mouth is a trigger warning.
Yes.
And that just shows the passion in her heart to find her granddaughter.
Yes.
And if there was so much of a hint, she probably would have gone to Peru and tried to look.
If she would have known, she would have gone.
Yeah, she would have gone over.
I can tell everybody that Jerry has been to the site where Karina, we are assuming Karina's remains were found.
Yeah.
I have a picture of her digging in the dirt. I'm not going to give too many details right now because I haven't been given approval.
Right.
That
Yeah. That's just too sensitive to.
Not full skeletal remains were found.
Especially when if people knows they're going to be going straight over to that area right away.
Right. So, but they were there. My heart bleeds for her because no mother, grandmother, father should ever have to do that.
No.
You know what happens every day, but it just breaks my heart. Mary, no. As far as we know, Flint did not confess and did not lead them to where the body was. Our understanding from the affidavit is that there were multiple people, meaning 3 or more, that have been giving information, and we are assuming one of those individuals led them to where Karina was. So, all I can say is it looks like Karina's coming home. We won't know for sure until she's
come back where she is.
She's identified.
Yeah.
But who else could it be? You don't have an arrest one day and find remains the next.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At a location that was given to you to go find her.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I do want to clarify something. We all know that Flint Farmer's son was on another creator's channel last night, Vincent Farmer, and he said he asked his father if he did it, and Flint absolutely denied it and said no, according to his son. Now, according to the probable cause affidavit, basically Flint Farmer confessed to some type of tie to the disappearance of Karina.
Mm-hmm.
Saying they'll never find the body, shut your mouth, shut your effing mouth, don't say a word about anything. You're telling on yourself. Right. They even got him on recording in jail talking about it. So what's up, Sleuth? Nice to see you, buddy.
Hey, Sleuth. CJK asked a good question. Why do you think it happened that way? Those individuals are no longer afraid of Flint any longer?
Conscience.
What are your thoughts, Randy, on that?
Well, I think somebody, after all these years, and finally broke and say, "Hey, these needs to become."
I think pressure, along with conscience, played a big role.
Yeah, I know there was an old news report on Channel 6. They were talking to this one lady who had a lot of different people talking to her in jail and telling the story how Karina died, and she wanted. And at that time, there was an old hotel.
Yep.
Story.
Yep.
They
had that $50,000 reward, and she did an interview while she was in jail.
Yeah.
Yep. I saw that. And she was way off base.
Yeah.
Yes.
See how desperate dope fiends are? I mean, I hate to use that word like that, but.
What gets me now when they says at the press conference that don't want social media putting this information out anymore. Misleading.
Screw that.
Screw them. That's what I got to say about that. They didn't do shit for 5 years. Excuse the language, guys, but you know what? There's a reason why we do this.
Mm-hmm. Victoria, yes. Randy, you might be able to answer this. I believe Karina's mother lives locally. Her father lives further away.
Between local and her father trying to, I'm believe, trying to get away from the area. So, since nobody wanted to help
Right.
answer his questions, like to Jerry the same way, police didn't want to help. It just, he really want the police helped him, but they really didn't care.
Frank, I'm clicking on comments here.
So am I.
Stop it.
No. You shouldn't have gave me control. Oh, I didn't want to see that one. Somebody asked me a question. Here it is. I'd rather not comment what I think of Vincent Farmer.
Let me say,
Honestly. Go
okay,
ahead.
I'm going to repeat it once again. Nobody, neither family wins anything in this situation.
Right.
Nope.
Both lose a lot. A lot of hurt comes to both sides of the family. Okay.
Mhm.
You've got the farmer side that some of the relatives are going to be in denial and absolutely state that he didn't do this. That's natural for them.
Yep.
Until they see the evidence showing that he did, and then their world turns upside down and falls apart.
Yeah.
So then you got the Mcclerkins. Their world's already destroyed. They've lost their loved one, and now their all hope of her coming back is gone. At least coming back alive.
Yeah. Especially her brothers and sisters.
Right. They've always had hope, just a little bit, even with all the rumors. They've always had a little bit of hope. That's gone. They know she's gone. They're happy that these remains, if it's identified as Karina, which I believe it will be.
Yeah.
They're happy to have her back and to lay her to rest with dignity and how she deserves. So, but as far as neither one of us really want to comment on the interview with Vincent Farmer. I can just say that neither family wins anything. They both lose a
Yeah.
lot.
I'm not going to badmouth the man because I don't know who he is. I don't know nothing about him.
No.
I just questioned some things that were said last night because we have been in constant contact with Jerry for the last 2 months. And there's things that we know that she has told us, and there's things that he has said
that don't make sense.
That don't make any sense according to the information that was given to us by the Mcclerkin family. So that's why we just prefer not to talk about Vincent and just leave it at that. And we apologize for that, guys. So.
All right, you're in control of the comments. Comment through.
Go ahead. I don't even know where you're at.
I don't even know where you're
at.
Well,
one question. One of the people asked, Karina died. It was murder Howard County, but her body was found in Miami County.
Yes.
It wasn't linked to Delphi.
And then somebody else asked about cause of death, strangulation. And I thought to myself, well, if they found blood in the house that he originally lived at 1000 South Washington Street there in Kokomo, I don't see strangulation.
Or it could have been a little bit of both. According to that affidavit, it sounded like
there was blood in 3 different places of the house.
But it sounded like it started out as, because they said
a scuffle,
whimpering and stuff.
Yeah.
So it sounds like either a beating or strangulation. I don't know, but we have to wait till the trial to learn all that.
Yeah.
How long has he been out of jail before the most recent arrest? The jail calls were in November of 2016.
Yeah.
No, I think they were a little later than that. Well, yeah, it might have been in some of that area, but he got in that finally going on probation out of prison. I believe it was somewhere between 2018 and 2020. I have to look it up. But he was in prison the day the Delphi case started on the 13th. I can verify that. So he was in Plainfield Correctional Facility out of Indianapolis. Look at, he's back. What's up, man?
That could be true. Digital. I haven't heard it. I have not heard anything on that, but it could be true. I don't know. Right now, that's just a rumor. I did find it odd that, in that press release they first sent out, it did state that Kokomo PD and Indiana State Police and other resources, so we're assuming the FBI were working together. I did find it odd that ISP and the FBI were not represented at the presser.
ISP was, weren't they? Yeah, I believe they were.
One of them was at conference with Libby Abbey's press conference.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for specifying that.
The very first press conference they had, the state trooper that was speaking is the guy that was at the Karina press conference.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. So if anybody wants to come on and speak, here's the link. This is all about what you guys want to talk about. I put on there Karina because that's the most recent thing that happened. I put Delphi, Flora Fires, and even the Greenwood Shooting. So
it's right all in line of how it was in order.
Yeah. So how many people work at Chrysler? Are we talking thousands? Good question, Shane. I don't even know the answer.
I would say 1,000 at the most. Let's see here.
Chrysler's huge. Angela, it does not say that he called Vincent. It almost implies that he asked someone to call someone else and stay away from the apartment. And to us, that would be referencing whoever was staying with him, which would be Vincent. But we're not sure because it's all redacted.
What the heck?
Yeah, I see it too. I see it too.
What am I missing? Why does it matter?
Right.
I think that's fake.
Yeah. Well, it says bloke second account.
I don't know if it's a real bloke. Is it
No,
really him?
Bloke, no. Somebody's using his name.
Yep.
There's probably 1,000 at just one plant. Okay, so how many plants are there altogether then?
Well, there's two different plants they put in Kokomo, and they had one retired, so they're working on the newer one.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sunshine says, no matter how law enforcement feels towards the family, it's their responsibility to be kind and delicate, giving all parents the information first. There's never an excuse for them to act unprofessionally. I would guess you were trying to say, or act professionally.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching Steve earlier, and somebody came up basically with the same type of question, asking why wasn't the father anybody notified before the presser? And Steve, I mean, I had to side with Steve. The mother was basically the custodial parent.
And she the one that filled out the missing person report.
Exactly.
So most times the identification will go to that person, and then that person goes to the family.
Right.
The family. Well, that didn't happen in this case.
Nope. It sure didn't.
I believe someone did say in our chat that TK and FF were in the same department.
The transmission department.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There's 3 plants: casting, KTP, and ITP. Okay.
Because I know that General Motors is in Kokomo too.
Yeah. We got a Chrysler here in Indianapolis too. Well, it might be General Motors. One of the two.
Well, Google machine, as Mrs. Steve calls it, says roughly 3,000 at the Chrysler transplant. And a casting plant, so 4 plant. Okay. Let's see here. So lots of employees. Yep. Tragic loss in my family. Law enforcement personally contacted every person first before news. I'm so glad that happened. That I feel that is the way it should happen.
I think Yvonne's asking what the population in Kokomo is. Isn't it like 60 to 70,000?
Let me see here.
I believe so.
Population of Kokomo, Indiana.
The population
About
of
60,000.
Kokomo was 57,869 in 2018.
There you go.
So if it's 2018, so you're going to have to add another 10 to 15,000 to that.
Yeah. Let's see here.
How do you feel?
It's 80,000 in 2020.
wow.
80,000 in 2021.
Wow, that jumped a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
20,000.
Well, you got to think that, like we've been talking about the Chrysler plants and all that out there. I mean, there's good jobs out there.
Yeah. How do you feel about Ellie stating that social media has done more harm than good?
Full of shit.
Screw you.
They're full of shit.
And look how many people try to get the police to do things to help solve that case.
Bridget, I have extended an invitation to any of the Mcclerkin family. Right now, they just need time and space. It may happen in the future, but not right away. Not right away. They need time. They're hurting. So, is it true BG will have reddish brown hair? That's what we're hearing.
Could be not. So whatever is the real killer's hairdo, we'll find out whenever he gets arrested.
If he ain't dead by now.
Yeah.
Am I the only one who noticed that her mom and whoever was standing beside her had no reaction? I would be unconsolable. Oh, exactly, Amber. I don't know. Yvonne, 80,000 as of 28/21.
And see, let me get to this real quick. We talked about this earlier. Nope, that ain't it. Where'd it go? Stop it.
I didn't touch it.
Where'd it go? There it is.
You got to be careful when reading that because there's a lot of redactions.
Yes.
And it may seem like it says Vincent was called, but I'm going to take a look here. So page 6, second paragraph.
Is that Frankenstein? Well, who is that?
I have no idea who's Frankenstein.
I don't know, but I think it's pretty cool. Hi, Frankenstein.
I think you've been on my video one time.
Kokomo PD said for social media to stop because of all the heat. Well deserved. It's bringing on them.
Yeah, they haven't said anything the last almost 6 years to talk about her case. So, giving the family any information of what's going on.
Matt, who?
From Florida?
Well, I'm from Naptown.
Randy knows me.
Yep. It's been a while, Frankenstein. It's been a while.
Have a good night, True Crime Shannon.
All right, good night, Shannon.
That was Karina's sister by Marlena. Okay. Okay, let me bring this up.
Hey, Krusty the Clown.
Okay, where did she say page 6?
Yes.
Second paragraph.
Page 6. Oh my goodness. Share screen. She's right.
Wow.
On November 18th,
Yep.
2016, Flint Farmer made several phone calls while he was incarcerated at the Howard County Jail. 3 of the calls were to blank Vincent Farmer and blank.
So whoever he was talking, he knows who it was.
Yeah.
That tells me somebody he knew did that, and they caught him.
During the calls, Vincent Farmer advised blank, yeah, and I guess I think they found the body of that girl, but they're really trying to get me for everything. He refers to it being on the news and tells him to watch the news and see what they're saying. He also tells blank, you need to get a hold of blank and brace yourself, okay? That sounds like something a father would say to his son. Mm-hmm. It's getting ready to get real ugly.
So basically, Flint or Vincent might be an accomplice or after the fact.
Wow. Thank you so much, Angela. Glad you pointed that out. Like I said, we read this at like 1:30 this morning, my time, 2:30 Frank's time. And then we didn't catch it even today when we read it on our live. So, thank you so much.
He knows. That means he knew exactly where the body was.
Yes, Kimmy. Some things he kind of said last night as well. So if you go back and watch that interview and now you see this.
And you wonder why we don't want to speak on it because, like I said, we've been in contact with Jerry for the last 2 months and she told us things and then it was questioned in his interview and we was like, hold on. You're saying something totally different than what she's saying.
Yeah.
But I didn't say nothing about it.
Right.
I just left it because that interview last night in the chat in that channel went disarray in a split second.
Yeah. How did they find Karina? We're assuming that one of the informants from that affidavit told them where Karina was. That's our assumption. We don't know who said what exactly.
Now Sleuth a long time ago, it said she was overdosed. They knew she was overdosed. That's the only way to get.
But like I said, now that they found blood in the house,
Yeah. That's not the. Well, we do know that they bought a lot of pills of Xanax.
yep.
And the girl said, "Hey, I sold you too many. Can I come back and buy some back?" And when they got there, they said there was none to buy back. So I don't know.
And then in the affidavit, if you read closely, one of the informant or people that's in there that's redacted said that they went over to his house and there was somebody on the kitchen floor that was covered up.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, we are not saying the son knew where the body was.
Uh-huh.
Not at all.
Father did. No, Flint did, kind of.
oh, Flint knew where the body was.
Flint knew where the body was.
Yeah, a whole nest of snakes going to go down. We do not know cause of death. Yeah.
They'll just have to take pieces of their bones to see what chemicals are in the bones.
I can tell you that they found a few small bones and then one major bone.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if they're going to be able to tell how
Right.
she died.
Yeah. We're just hoping that Flint might give a hint to who killed Libby and Abby, since he pretty much knows what's going on.
Well, they're drilling him about it.
Yep. Especially.
Don't feel like an idiot, sweetie Jules. It happens all the time. Like we said, we knew things were going to come out to discredit some of the things that he said last night.
Yeah.
What was the date of the affidavit? Oh.
July 18th or 17th or 18th.
Says, I think it was the 17th.
July 18th.
Oh, July 18th.
Oh, it was filed in open court on July 18th.
And they served the arrest warrant the same day, an hour later.
Yeah. Yes, that whole area has had a huge drug problem.
Yeah.
That's possible. That's very possible.
Kay likes true crime. Yes, can we start talking about Delphi?
Who said that?
Kay likes true crime. Ask about Delphi, or is this just Kokomo?
Oh no, this is everything.
So you can ask anything, Kay.
Yes, she was buried. Frank, you could talk about this. I think does he have one DWI, Vincent? I don't know.
I believe it's only one, but he tried to downplay it in his interview last night. So let me check it out real here. I'll give you what they got on file for him.
Yes, definitely ask questions about Karena, Delphi, Flora Fires, the Greenwood shootings, Uvalde, anything that's going on is fair topic for tonight.
You know, they're still trying to figure out the guy from Greenwood who shot those people.
I thought they knew who did it.
Well, they did, but they're trying to figure out the motive of
Oh, the modem.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
motive.
He's got, okay, back in 1994, he had a conviction for burglary, felony, C, theft, receiving stolen property, resisting law enforcement. And then he had, the rest of them are all driving offenses. And the latest one was the DUI or OWI, whatever you want to call it, back just a couple weeks ago. So
We believe that Flint may know and have some information on Delphi. Yes, Charlie, that was a good catch. I kept wondering why he said he wouldn't even ask his father where Karina was. I do not know for sure, Dave.
It just depends on how deep they buried her. That's the question would be.
yeah, but you got to understand, Indiana's notorious for coyotes, and if they smell decomposition, they're going to dig it up. That's just what them kind of animals
we
do.
don't know where she. They're not going to say where she was found in Peru.
We know where she was, but
Yeah.
we're not going to say anything.
Yeah.
So Marv, so you say only a few small bones and one large bone was found? Yes. It was not a full skeletal, as far as what the family's being told now. Yvonne, I have somebody else contacting them that knows them. Angela said people started talking in 2016. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. I had people get a hold of me through my Facebook to do her story on YouTube. And she worked at Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake?
Yeah. Well, the lady who contacted me, she worked at Steak and Shake, but she remembers her going in there all the time.
Oh, Dave, yes, they did have to do some digging. All right. So, moving on. We've done a lot about Karina. Let's move on. Flora Fires.
That's interesting.
Wait, Randy, until you see what we got.
Oh, okay.
So, on Facebook, there's been a letter that has been put out there.
Okay.
We have a copy of that, but we also have more.
Oh yeah.
Interesting then.
We have to read through it, like we said this morning.
Okay.
We have to read through it and redact some stuff, and then we're going to share it. We're going to start putting pressure on that case too.
Cool.
We've had a lot of people reach out to us. A few people reach out to us on Flora Fires. We want to work with True Crime Shannon, and there's an individual that knows the family, so they have a lot of information that hopefully they'll be giving us. So,
Oh, okay, cool.
we'll be talking about that. That'll be coming up.
Haven't you been talking with somebody out of Australia?
Yes, I got a call from someone in Australia. I love it.
I know some people in Australia. Yep.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, over the Flora case. So, yeah, when it was all sent to Marv, and then she sent it all this stuff that was sent to us, I was like, holy shit, where did they get all this at?
No, Dee, there's no information about that.
Yeah. Hey,
So
Jim.
to this. Thanks. I can't get out of my mind your show about Ron Logan's cell phone pinging on the bridge. What is the connection with Ron Logan and Pat Brown? Could Pat or PB have had the phone and hide out at Ron Logan's after the murders?
Well, first of all, Pat Brown is Ron Logan's was his neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and any smart criminal, even the dumbest criminals, know that if you're soaked in blood, you're not going to run to the house closest to the crime scene.
No.
You're not going to have enough time to clean up everything. So I would have to disagree that Pat Brown would have had the phone and went back to Ron Logan's if he was the killer, to go back to Ron Logan's house.
He would have went home, straight home.
There, or got out of Dodge, away for a while.
Yeah, go either find a hotel somewhere and
Right, you know. But I'm still kind of curious about Pat Brown because no one can verify exactly what time he arrived at the cemetery that day.
well, one said he arrived about 8:00 or 8:45 something that night on the 13th, and that's why his truck was sitting there. And then he returned the next morning with another different vehicle. All right, we need to take that one dude thing off.
Who's that? Oh, there we go. We got block at block user. All right, I took care of it. We had a bot in there.
We would love to see Flora get solved also.
There's some shady shit going on with that case right now when it comes to the reward fund.
Has everybody heard what's happening with the reward fund?
I heard a lot of different things on that reward fund that somebody's been getting.
So they raised $18,000 doing different fundraisers and stuff in 1 year. There's been some people that were on the treasury board and everything, and they were kicked off. And now all of a sudden, that $18,000 reward fund is going to the Flora Fire Department.
And the Flora Fire Department had a separate fund, like a $5,000 reward.
They donated into the fund, I believe, wasn't it?
No, they have a separate one. No, it's a separate fund. So
I donated into the fund.
Yeah.
Answer your question, Molly. Flora is in Carroll County. It's about 15 minutes away from Delphi.
Yeah, if a lot less than that if you drove 80 miles per hour.
Right.
I drove past it.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe in that statement. The sketches were worthless.
Yeah.
Well, go back to that question.
Oh, what question?
It was country. There you go. Disagree. We'd have to disagree.
Yeah.
If you really want something that bad and you know how to work the system to get what you want as far as documentation, that's what we've learned.
Mm-hmm.
We've learned that. We've actually, me and Marv have actually went through law things on Google about the FOIA request. And if they deny, it doesn't make a difference what the case is about. See, I made a point to her about this last night when it came to Karina and the affidavit there. And I said, look, they cannot withhold that probable cause affidavit from you now because it is no longer part of the investigation. That was just a tool used to make an arrest.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to give it to somebody. Well, how funny the actual prosecutor sent me a letter directly and said, I have to deny you because it's an open investigation. Well, I was thinking to myself, and me and Marv were just talking about that yesterday. That's no longer part of the investigation. That was just a tool to arrest the man. And I'll be damned, at 12:40 last night, she was trying to upload something on Facebook, and all of a sudden the damn probable cause affidavit popped up on her phone.
Yep.
So,
and it was actually the one news station,
WTHR.
yes, when you clicked on the video,
You automatically got it downloaded to your phone.
3 minutes later, all of a sudden, David popped up.
Yep.
Because I was trying to figure out how I got it. And then I'm like, oh, I got to go watch this video. And it did it. And I'm like, well, that's how I got it. Awesome.
All right, let's get back to this. I may be wrong. We've debated this back and forth between the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
My honest opinion, I believe Ron Logan was lured out of his house and he knew something was going down, but wasn't absolutely sure or positive what was going to take place.
Yep.
And then he's the one that ended up finding the girls and freaked out and was like, oh my God, what have you guys done?
Mm-hmm.
Like he knew who was involved. So that's why he panicked the next morning, making that phone call to his cousin to make sure he was going to clarify his alibi.
Yep.
That's just my honest opinion.
I would have to agree with that.
He knew the girls were down there, and he wanted to let somebody else call it in.
Yeah.
He could have, it would have been 6 o'clock in the morning. He probably would have got up down there and saw the girls. He would have called the cops at 6 o'clock in the morning, but he didn't want to make him look bad.
Well, because he knew that they were going to pin it on him.
Yep.
He knew it from the get-go.
He found them between
7:58 and 10:15 that day.
That night.
That night, yeah. According to the ping. Now, we will tell you, a lot of people right now, that we did a lot of research on the phone pinging. We did find, even though there are 2 cell towers in Delphi, correct, you cannot triangulate a cell ping without a 3rd tower, okay? So, what we found out is they used a satellite signal. And the only way that you can use a satellite signal to pick up actual coordinates from a phone ping is that Ron Logan's phone had his location turned on.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only way they got those coordinates. And there's a good video out there by R&M, I believe, that actually did the timeline. And R&M said, according to all the coordinates from his phone, that's how they knew where he was. That's how they tracked him through the day.
Right.
When he went, he did not leave his house until after 4:00 p.m. that day to go to Lafayette, according to his cell phone pings.
Yeah.
And they drive the route that he took to see how long it would take.
Yes. It took him 27 minutes.
Becky says she called PB to go to cemetery since he lived close. So there should be cell phone data to back that up. There should be.
Yeah. Especially there's 2 cell towers.
Not even cell phone data, just cell phone records. If she made a call to him, that should be on her records and his records.
And then I also will tell you that when you use a satellite signal, it is accurate up to 5 to 10 feet of actually where the phone's pinging.
If you're outside.
Yes. If you use a triangulation with cell towers, it can cover up to 40 miles.
Yeah. Well, especially when Libby and Abby was in the middle of that the trestle, and it would show them standing right there with Libby's phone.
See, what I'm so confused about, though, when it comes to Libby's phone is they could not get a ping throughout the day of the 13th, and it's supposedly at 2:30 in the morning. All of a sudden, they got a ping from her phone.
Yeah,
that don't make no damn sense to me.
Well, Becky said since she didn't turn on that phone search thing,
the locator,
to locate, somehow being a dead phone
can still be pinged.
Still be pinged or trying to reactivate it somehow. But they still would be able to show them standing in the middle of the bridge that day with Libby's phone.
And maybe Libby didn't have the locator on her
Yeah.
phone.
Well, because after she had to reset her phone, and that didn't got put back on.
And when we want to clarify once again, we know that Ron Logan was not BG.
No.
We do not believe Ron Logan committed the murders, but we do believe he was complicit in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. You know, like you said, I think he was called away, and if he kept his senses, stay home, he might have saw more things that day.
Yeah.
Good night, Yuan.
Yes, Stacy, it is. Yes, Flora and Delphi are both in Carroll County.
He's back again.
Again?
Yeah, I got it.
You have to actually boot him out.
I did.
Hide him.
He came up with another name somehow.
Okay.
That's how he's doing it.
It's telling me there's an error occurred.
Error occurred. Here, let me see. Let me get on there. Hold on. Where is he?
Yeah, it says block user. Error. There's an error occurred. Something's wrong here.
Hold on. Let me report him.
Thank you, Randy.
No problem. So, all right. Let me get him totally removed. Come on, remove.
Yeah, I agree, Molly. The funeral would be expensive for 4 girls.
Well, especially they definitely had to raise money for all those 4 girls to be buried. So it's just with her, the mother only bought whatever she could for Christmas presents, and that's the sad thing.
Do either one of you know that I have not seen this? Someone had posted a picture of the Flora Fire on a Delphi Facebook page. Oh, and there was a guy in a blue coat, and they said it resembled Pat Brown. Have you seen it? Yes. It was the guy on the porch.
Yeah, I see that.
Did you think he looked like Pat Brown?
No, that's not Pat Brown at all.
And see, who was I talking to today? I was talking to Grizz, as a matter of fact, by phone today. And you know that inmate that came up with that sketch of BG on the bridge, right?
Yeah.
And he said there's flames in the picture.
Yeah.
That was
I said, think about that. If you see flames, think of flames. Think of fire. A fireman. A fireman. And if you see that drawing it's done, it showed that BG's face was covered up, according to Kay Weber, when she got interviewed by the FBI.
Weber.
They showed her a picture of BG and asked her if she knew who it was, and she said, of course not. His face is covered from his nose down.
Exactly.
Now, how did this guy know in jail when he created this drawing that BG's face was covered?
I remember that drawing very well. Everybody was talking about
it here in a minute. Thank you, Bridget, so much. You're welcome, Rocky. Okay, what are your thoughts on Nate Miller? So, did we ever find out if Nate Miller is related to Ron Logan?
No, he is not. He is not.
He is not.
That was false information given out again.
Okay.
It was Nate or
he's back again.
Something Nuff was his name. Last name is Nuff.
Nuff is the
cousin. Yeah. See, this guy, somebody's got to go in there and do something about that.
Yeah, I'm trying, and Randy's trying.
Yeah. See, this guy.
I reported him.
Nate Miller, I believe, this is honest, my opinion when it comes to Nate Miller. I think that he got wind of exactly what happened and was actually at the crime scene after it was discovered and saw everything, and it mentally broke him. That's just my opinion. Unless he knew more than what he let on or he was involved, that's how I think what happened to Nate Miller.
I can't imagine being a police officer walking up on that scene and not having it affect you. We've been told it's horrendous.
And then, of course, we cannot verify the alibi for Pat Brown now since Nate Miller's no longer with us.
Right. Hi, Bruce.
Hi, Bruce. Nice to see you, buddy.
Yep.
Yes. Those folks who want your land just don't go away. Randy, how long have people been after that land?
Well, we know the McCain brothers were after Ron Lowe's land for a long time. They tried to get his land and Weber's land to make it into a park. But and that's why Ron was furious, and he said he needed to go back home to make sure they don't get in. There was waiting to bankrupt him on that land. So
foreclose on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I know Kay Weber said she would not sell. Ron Logan said that he would not sell. But
they didn't want the trails there. Those two properties did not want the trails there.
It would be some type of museum or what they're at Wabash and Erie Canal Museum. So they were trying to figure out put a museum somewhere out there and tell more history. I think that's what.
Love it, Grizz. Smack that thumb up like it stole something.
I mean, that I understand what you're saying, Randy, but then again, and that they've got all this money to actually try to open up another historic museum there in Delphi. Why don't they just take the money they got now and expand the one they got?
Well, they've been taking some of the money already. They took half the money. They gave them, the town, $1.3 million, and they used half of that to build those cabins over there on the wall.
They used it for to build cabins?
Yeah, so people can stay and sleep there.
Oh my goodness.
So they used some money there, and then, of course, when we were out there doing the reenactment, one gentleman said they only were supposed to fix the bridge at the same time for the trail, but he says, well, it took more money to fix the trail where the drop-off, we crossed where that big, huge drop-off it was.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, he's like, well, the rest of the money went to the park. Like, what? Somebody's getting money that goes someplace else instead of the bridge. So who's getting the money? Not going where that bridge is supposed to be. If that's the case, they should just tear it down then.
Who's in charge of the memorial fund for Abby and Libby?
It would be through the school for the park. Go through the
park and recreations.
Yeah, Libby and Abby Park. There's donation on there. You can go through.
Okay. So do you think BG had Ron Logan's phone? I think BG had his brown baseball cap. Well, it's not necessarily his Ron's baseball cap, but it's definitely a baseball cap that looked like it.
Yeah.
And I don't see Ron Logan giving up his phone to somebody. Now,
me either.
Could he have left it at home when he left? Yes.
But hold on. But according to the R&M video, he had his phone. That's how they tracked him and knew what time he left the house.
Right. So
He had his phone the whole time. I'm sorry, but I don't buy that crap with this somebody having his phone the whole day. I don't believe that.
what do you think, Randy?
Well, the strange part, why would he go clear where he saw with his phone by the Freedom Bridge, get on where he's standing there
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning of that trail? Why go clear down there? He lives closer to the main entrance at that time. It's just a question. It's just why clear down there?
I mean,
Maybe he was the lookout.
That's why I'm still thinking.
Or maybe he was supposed to meet somebody there to get him away from
right.
his area.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Once again, we'll go back to the 16-year-old girl that said she saw somebody that resembled BG at the Freedom Bridge. And
well, that would be Ron.
We all know how grumpy Ron is.
And she said that he gave her an evil look.
Yep.
That's Steph. How she described him. Yep.
You know, so we can only assume it was Ron Logan there at that location.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you what, I don't leave my phone home for nothing.
Yeah. Straight from the horse's mouth, there was people who saw Ron at the Pizza King in Americas. He was friends with.
They were covered for him in Delphi. They all covered for him. They knew he was driving. Yep. They knew he was breaking probation. They knew all this crap, and it was just, they didn't care. All they wanted was his probation fees each month. That's all they wanted from him. And I'm sorry to say, but that's just how the judicial system works these days. It's all about money. Mm-hmm. They can care less about what the hell you're doing as long as you're paying your fees.
Yes, Sandy, I'm hanging in there. Molly says, I don't think Ron Logan is BG either. Did he have a receipt from the fish store?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did they ever give a time on the receipt?
Yes.
Yes.
5:21.
5:21. Okay. I'm assuming it would be okay. I missed Ark's question.
What was it? Oh, what was the rumor that Ron and GK put into juvenile jail? Is there any truth about that?
We see when it comes to juvenile records, we don't have access to that because of the laws.
Yeah.
So we really don't know, but there has been rumors that he had Garrett arrested for selling guns or stealing guns off his property. That's just a rumor, so we can't verify that.
Right.
Sandra, yeah, the Flora house is still up. So I don't think it's being torn down until the case is all over.
Firemen wear SCBA masks. My boys are both firefighters.
But I know what kind of mask you're talking about, Andrea. But according to Kay Weber, this mask is something that you can't see through. Or she would have recognized, I'm sure.
Right. Digital, I agree. If that date is correct on the drawing, there's no way it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
And then come to find out that he didn't get home until about 6:30 that evening.
Yeah.
So
the neighbors came over and asked Ron to, hey, can we look on your property?
Right.
Nate Miller, the police officer, was Pat Brown's alibi. But Nate Miller committed suicide. So now Pat Brown does not have an alibi.
Yeah.
Let me put, I'm sure the mods put it out there, but I'll put it scrolling. Go ahead and send the pics there.
And for everybody that wants to know, and me and Marv have talked about this extensively, we're going to emphasize this again, we do not have a person of interest when it comes to BG because there's so many people that's tied in with the families, with other cases and things like that that's been brought up in this case. So we're not going to name a POI. We have a couple theories, yes, but no POI.
Oh, he's back again.
He keeps creating a new account.
No. And I can't, I got him hidden under mine and it just won't disappear.
All right, this is what we need to do. Get him blocked again and then turn only subscribers on.
Well, no, because I don't know if all of our viewers right now are subscribers. But the next live we'll do subscriber only. These bots come in at random moments.
But it's been a lot tonight, so
we've been doing a lot of lives the past 2 days. They know we've gotten views.
Yeah.
So they're hitting us hard tonight. Does anyone have screenshots of the comments Pat Brown's wife made about him being a monster back then, or is that rumor?
I don't remember that.
But has been police reports that's been filed on behalf of his wife. What was her name?
Becky's wife? Becky's sister or the one before?
The one he was married to at the time.
That's Becky's sister.
But we do have reports that were sent to us that she had filed or police runs that were made out to that house. I don't know if it was Becky's sister or the one prior to that. I can't remember her name. Tiffany, I think it might be.
Tiffany, well, yeah.
Marv, Frank, Randy, have you seen where the clip of Kelsey saying if it's the person it is, I'm not afraid has been released? Yes, we have seen that clip.
Yep.
Oh, please hit that like up or the thumbs up button for us. Yes. Okay, you can take over.
I just want to do one.
Why do you have to skip ahead?
Because it's right in front of my face. Because it's scrolling up so fast on my screen.
Oh.
How's this for you, Frank?
Shane said, did you hear Murder Sheet's latest? Tony said to a guy on his line, we should take 2 girls, colleagues, out to the woods and rape them. He really is something else. This was post Delphi.
Interesting.
I think I remember that person. We said the same thing a long time ago. There was something like that a long time ago. Guy who pretend to be the BG. He said that.
Well, doing a reenactment type thing.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, man, there's some sick individuals, man. I'm telling you that right now.
It's just so many people out there who wants to, like I said, at the beginning of this whole entire case, we had people saying the girls were alive and it was all fake. It's like, really? People?
They say that about every school shooting, the 9/11 attacks. They're ridiculous. Even if that bridge was fixed, I still would walk on it. I walk on it.
Got bigger balls than I got.
No, I would have. I see all these railroad timbers all over the place, and they could be using that to replace them.
Yeah, pick them up, Randy. We'll fix it.
Yeah, we'll fix it. We'll get it down.
Did PB Wife post on our Facebook something to the effect of how you think you know someone but find out you don't? I don't know.
Honestly, I look at that statement there, and I look back, and I've always thought about that. You could be with somebody for 50 years and really don't know that true person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Frank, find this comment in the comments. You and Randy talk about it and keep going down until I get back from the bathroom.
On what?
I
We
ate
are-
2
Oh, that's old. That's an old comment. Where's
Yeah.
any new ones?
I will be right back.
I got to see where she's at on the chat.
Well, that one's Art already asked that a long time ago.
What about this one?
So the Delphi case, I'll keep hearing different things.
No,
No,
definitely not.
no.
Let's see.
Anything? Okay. How about anything on the Greenwood shooting? Does anybody question get the Greenwood shooting? Or
I can
anything
tell you
else?
what. I can tell you what on that the 22-year-old kid that killed the shooter,
Yeah.
he unloaded a clip on him and hit him 8 times.
Wow.
Yep.
He was a good shooter. Well,
Yep.
I can't believe a 20. Then he's shooting. The 22 shot those 3 people.
Yeah, the 20-year-old. He was a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
He went into the mall. They said they got him on tape at like 4:54 that evening. Went straight to the bathroom right there at the food court. Sat there an hour, locked the door. And as soon as it was closing time, he came out, and the first person that walked up to him, he shot and killed. Then he shot the other Hispanic husband and wife. And that's when the 22-year-old pulled out his weapon and unloaded a clip on him.
Well, especially he had already guns still in the bathroom to be
And it was an AR-15.
Mm-hmm. Because I know exactly where the bathroom is. It's far in the back, and he could exit another behind the bathroom to go outside. So yeah, I know exactly what it looks like on the inside of that food court.
Polygraph, they haven't released a motive yet on why he did what he did.
Even the police said they're sick and tired of this. When that night, they're sick and tired of all these shootings for no reason.
Guys, I might still be young in life. I'm only 53. I've served my country. I protected a lot of people's lives just by serving in our military. And I learned at the age of 19 that I'm not afraid to die now. Okay. If I was put in a position that 22-year-old was put inside that mall food court, I would have jeopardized my own life no matter what to save other people. And I hate to say that, I know where I'm going when my time comes,
Yeah.
And I know there's people that's afraid to die, but there's a point in time in life. Well, I've done a lot of things in my life. I've lived in a different country. I've traveled to different countries. I've raised 4 kids. I got 2 beautiful grandchildren. I do want to see them grow up and get married, graduate, whatever. But if my time comes, my time comes.
Yeah.
And that's the way I feel about it. I don't care who you are. Yes, I carry my weapon everywhere I go now. It will never leave my side when I walk out this door, the front door of my apartment. And I don't care if somebody is 30 years younger than me that could probably whoop my ass by now just by street fighting. But this day and age, they don't do that.
Yeah.
I'll protect a 90-year-old woman if I have to. It doesn't matter. I'll protect a 6-month-old baby. It doesn't matter. I'll protect everybody in this chat. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you like me. It doesn't matter if I like you. It's beside the point. I still have respect for every person that's in our chat. I have every so much respect for every creator on YouTube. You know, I might not like some of them, but I applaud and respect them.
Okay.
Because the way I look at things, if you're going to pull a gun on me, you better use it. You better use it.
What did I walk into?
No, we're just talking about the Greenwood Mall type thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, please do. I'm so happy that a civilian was there with a gun and took that shooter out,
Yeah.
or it would have been a lot worse.
It's
And
sad.
I can tell you right now that the 22-year-old kid has already been got representation by an attorney.
Good. Good.
You know, police was glad that 22 shot back, protect some of those citizens and make sure that they got out of that out of the food court as fast as they could.
Well, yeah, because there was families, there was kids. I mean, as it is, a married couple did die, and then another gentleman.
And then, grand total is four people grand total from that shooting now.
Oh, there's 4?
Yeah, well, those three Mexicans, but there was another one who was injured.
The 12-year-old girl, she had a ricochet piece of fragment. Yeah, it just barely grazed her, and they pulled it out of her. So I wanted to say, what was I getting ready to say?
Well, let Randy finish.
Go ahead.
So yeah, in the news report, I saw 4 people die from one other people was in that shooting.
Okay, I'll have to look into that.
But I applaud that kid, you know.
Yes. I'm glad somebody did it to take him down. And that's what they should do. If somebody with a weapon going inside a mall or any place.
No, Bruce, he didn't get an attorney because he shot the dude. I believe he got an attorney just in case a civil lawsuit's filed against him for shooting the guy to death. He's protecting himself when it comes to criminality and civil.
Yeah.
Just like old boy that shot those 3 people in where was it? Minnesota or Milwaukee, wherever it was, from Wisconsin.
Milwaukee.
No, it was in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it was in Milwaukee.
Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
Same with him. He did the same thing.
You guys go ahead and answer questions. I'm looking for the picture of the drawing
Oh,
so that I can share it. So go ahead.
it should be. Did you look under Google? Look under Google. It should be there.
Okay.
Read an article where the kid that shot the bad guy, his girlfriend said he pushed her to the ground. Yeah, he wanted to make sure his girlfriend didn't get killed. So I know there was another person who is on my YouTube channel, Trust the Fate or something like that. He was there with his daughter shopping for shoes, and he heard 20 rounds going from that area.
Wow.
Luckily he wasn't. He can hear them. Luckily he wasn't that close to that food court.
Wow.
Hey, Digital, can you expand on what you mean by Nate threatened to withdraw his alibi from PB? No charges have been filed against the 22-year-old that took out the shooter.
No,
he just got a lawyer for protection. That's all it is.
The police honor him. He was the good Samaritan.
Yeah, they named him a hero.
Yeah. Before the cops got there.
Yep. Just a young kid. Where do I gotta go?
I'm doing good, Sandy.
All right, let's see. Digital. As far as we know, it was suicide. He did it in his squad car at the park, in the parking lot. Was it, Randy?
I think so. I think so.
He was on duty when it happened.
I think the pressure came really on now. Somebody was pushing him too much.
Yes, Sally, I would have to agree with that.
Hey, Bruce. What was his name? What, the shooter? At the mall or what?
I don't remember. They said his name.
I know it's a weird spelling of his name.
Hold on, I'll give you his name.
It's like Sapurio or Saparo or something.
That's the killer's name. The mall shooter.
Hey, 12 Cut, how you doing? Hey, Pam.
There it is.
Oh, you found it?
Yep. It took me a little bit, but I found it.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. And when was that supposedly done? That's what I want to know.
Well, it says on the photo.
2/24/17.
A week after?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was in jail at the time.
And look at the detail.
And then it's just amazed how he
was accurate.
Yeah.
Very accurate. There's no way to blow that up?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, especially he adds some the flames to it, and
Well,
that's why I believe it's a firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. After I saw those flames.
Well, look at how detailed the pant legs are with the being so baggy at the bottom, the crease here. What looks like it could be a cell phone holder or something.
Yeah, that's why I was about to say.
And look up around his face area. You can see that something's covering from the nose down.
Right. So it's amazing. I'm going to blow this part up a little bit.
And they hadn't even released anything on Bridge Guy at this point yet.
Yeah, no pictures, no nothing was released yet when the sketch was drawn. So I'm hoping, let me know if you guys can see this pretty good, because I blew it up. And I know that people were interested in seeing this. So the person that drew the picture is B. Phillips, and it was drawn on February 24th, 2017.
It's almost like he knew who this guy was.
Most, yeah. And this guy was in jail when he drew this.
Yep.
Like he talked to him or something.
The detail.
Yeah.
So much detail went into this. It's just amazing.
You know they've been talking to him.
Leading with the same leg and everything. Yes.
Yep.
So now I need to try to find out what his first name is so I can look into this guy.
Go back and watch Sleuth's video. I'll have to get the name of it. He had this sketch on there. He researched 2 gentlemen. The second gentleman makes the most sense. Okay, so digital. And the artist's signature is B. Phillips. Same name as guy who called in the bomb threat at Packers. Yes. Because Sleuth did verify that.
Yeah.
It's the same name. We just don't know if it's the same person. Yes, that was 11 days after the murders, and the BG pic did not get released before then.
It seems people in jails get more information about this. So somehow he heard through the grapevine what this person, especially if it wasn't even shown what the guy was wearing.
I would like to talk to him and ask him how he came up with the sketch of BG when it hadn't been released yet.
So I can see some shadowing in here and little marks to highlight the flames. So that's not writing, but I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I see a T. I see a like a 0.
Right
or
here.
O. Yeah, I see a O or a 0 into it. I see an M. It's like T O. I see an M. Tom.
You're talking about right here, right?
Yeah. Well, where the first flame at his pants, you see a T. You see a T. Not that one. The next one. Or you see a T in that little flame there.
Where?
Right. Okay. Go down. Right there. It looks like a T.
When you blow it up, it's just highlighted.
Well, I see a T. I see a T in that one.
Okay.
And then O in that one flame. And then farther on I see an M.
This thing here?
That's the U.
It actually looks like an N when you blow it up and really look at it.
Oh, because it looks like a U to me. So far,
a little tail here, and it comes down and around like.
I see okay. Looks like between the S and the E next to that O. And there's a W. I see a W.
When I look at it real close, it looks like kind of like an O and an A.
An A.
Yeah.
So he's kind of giving a code. Like he knows who it is in the photo.
12 Cut says she thinks that the bridge guy picture was released before the February 24th to the public. Well, let's find out.
Brian Phillips is his name.
That's it. Can you zoom in by the knee?
Oh, is there it looks like something there on his left knee area. It sounds like he's putting a code or something. Like he knows who it is, and it's in the words.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find my timeline. Documents. There it
Brian
is.
Phillips is nuts, Angela says.
Is it
Depends on
12,
what Brian
12,
Phillips.
12 Cut said it was released February 16th.
$14th. Okay, actually, it was Saturday or Sunday, February 19th, according to my timeline here. The only thing I have for the 16th is that ISP served a search warrant.
And that was at the Maxwell house.
Mm-hmm.
ISP announced the man in the pixelated photo walking on the bridge. Oh no, it actually was before this, because this is when they considered him a suspect. So she may be right. So it was before this was done. Good catch, 12 cut. I always put stuff in here when I find it, so.
Yep.
And then I fix it later.
Scroll up on that picture a little bit so we could take a look at other areas on that photo. See, look at that pouch type, whatever you want to call it. Now, somebody brought it to my attention that Ron Logan carried a holster that your gun sits sideways. And it looks like his hand is on the pistol grip and the gun's in that pouch.
Because I found something like that. It zips and opens to reach
Well,
in.
they also have gun holsters that sit sideways, not up and down, but sideways on your belt.
If we have the original photo, that that would really help everybody to figure out who this guy is.
Yeah.
It's like the law enforcement really don't want us to see the real photo.
It was Molly. It was the picture was drawn after.
So we just found out that this picture was drawn after the picture of BG was released. According to Robert Lindsay's source, PB has been polygraphed 7 times and come out inconclusive. Was it PB or was it JP? I'd have to go back and read it to see who he was referring to.
Sandra asked if can you show the whole photo?
Yes. Let me shrink it down here. That is the whole photo. they could have been Wendy. I mean, how else would they have that much detail?
Mm-hmm. But I think really he was in jail at the time.
Maybe BG drew it? Even so, why the fire? Something to do with Flora, maybe? I'm not sure what they're trying to tell us. Something with flames, though. Firefighter, Flora, I don't know.
Somebody said, "What's up with the face?" And we then discussed that. That was Angela Durnham.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I heard about the interview with Kay Weber with the FBI and the photo they showed her, and she said that she couldn't identify him because his face was covered from the nose down. And then this picture come out, and I was like, hold on here. So, and to my honest opinion, I still believe that that photo was altered in some way. They did not want somebody identified by the public.
Yeah. They should. If they got the right photo, they should let us see the person, and everybody would know who this is. And they should know the voice by now.
Right. Yeah, that could be digital. So the face, I can zoom in on the face. So this is showing that he had, somebody described it as maybe it was a t-shirt that he used to cover his face. So I'm going to leave that there just a minute, and then I'll zoom out again for Bridget.
Sandy wants the comments removed so she can see the whole picture off the screen.
Sure. All right, so now I'm going to zoom out. That's as far as it goes. Because I do know that we have some people in here that are good with photography and figuring things out.
Yeah.
Maybe the flames are to signify that the fire was below the bridge.
No. I think it's something else.
I think he's giving us a clue.
Oh, excuse me.
Like the fire in Flora. Like what I said, there is a cover up. He's back again.
I'm just ignoring it now. So,
like I said, there's some reason he had a way to make sure the Flora fire wasn't getting covered anymore, and he did something to the murder of Living Abby, and that got more attention on the case than the Flora fires.
Right.
So I think it's a cover-up to make sure everybody goes to Living Abby's case and nothing on their case. Like you're seeing reward money, we're up to $325,000. When you look at their reward money, they're not it. And that's why at the beginning they think, how come everybody's giving money to Delphi murders, not the Flora fire murders? Four girls.
Jumpin' Jack Flash makes a good point here. The sketch released and the BG photo doesn't show a face covering. This is the only picture that I've seen where the face is covered, except for what UAP did with the respirator thing.
And then from what we hear, what Kay had told the FBI,
Right.
and I'm not going to doubt what was said by Kay because one of our sources had to sit down with her.
12 cut, yes, I still agree that he's wearing a motorcycle goggles around his neck. That is it's what he was wearing around his neck.
Is the Flora case now considered a cold case?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go by the National Institute of Justice, yes, it would be considered a cold case.
After 5 years.
Yep.
It's a cold case.
I don't know where Brian Phillips lives. If somebody in the chat could help her out with that question. Ooh, can you email us those posts from his wife? Please, trust in justice. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that. I don't know. All we know is that we were told that this picture came from somebody who was in jail.
Yeah.
Sandy, did you get your picture without the comments? That drawing is too detailed for there not to be something hidden in it.
Sandra, that's not blood. That's before he murdered the girls, so he's wearing white goggles. He has white goggles around his neck. That's not blood.
You think it's goggles. I don't
It's
know.
motorcycle goggles. It's a clear glass and like motorcycle goggles.
But it doesn't look like it in this picture. It looks more like...
He drew it differently. He's going like somebody says he's wearing a scarf or some type of cover, but I don't think I got a photo that I got it close up to be goggles.
Okay.
Hey, Marv, I'm sending you a message, private message.
Where at?
Your phone.
Chickpea Marie, I'm an artist. I could do a more detailed charcoal drawing or even a colored pencil drawing. Not bragging, but if you're a trained artist or even self-taught, you can get very good. Is it through a text?
Yes.
Bruce, yes, I believe he hit his bike.
Ah. Ding.
Ding.
Okay. My favorite pizza in the world, Pizza King. I had never heard of Pizza King until I went in here.
Hey, I love their strombolis, honestly.
Oh crap, I'm calling you and I didn't mean to. Sorry. Okay. Sandy got it. We're good.
We're coming up on 2 hours, guys. Another couple minutes.
Flip it sideways and upside down and analyze whoever has photo tech. Okay, if somebody can do that, that would be great. There was supposed to be writing on the back. Okay. No, that could be 12 cut. Angel says she thinks it's scarf. It's definitely a clue. Something.
Yeah, I believe there's a clue in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I keep losing all my stuff. Oh. Okay. So this is another one. Oh no, I don't want it there.
Oh well, yeah, I've seen that one too.
Seen that one too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that just looks like somebody took the original sketch and put.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
They keep changing his feature over the years. I've seen a lot of different features. They keep changing around his face mask and everything else.
Now that the original sketch that they released first, I've got two people that kind of resemble that guy, that picture. Only two.
Cammy. I don't know how far back we are, but there was a fire where 4 African American little girls were killed. And they found that it was arson, something like that. Something happened to where they don't believe it was an accident. They believe it was murder.
They did find accelerants in the house, so they definitely know it was an arson.
Let's see here.
Yeah, random line.
A lot of free time in jail. Yep. Wanda says, is it possible he could have a device that altered his voice to sound like an old man? I guess anything is possible. I can't say for sure.
Yep, somebody's messaging me.
Even if the person who drew it was a witness, he didn't have time to draw that out on the scene. So either way, I believe is drawn from the police photo as the source. If an artist makes. Mystery says looks like a neck gaiter. Another neck gaiter. All right, 1 second here. Okay, had to answer a question for my daughter. Let's see here. Oh, I missed one. Can correctional facility document that an inmate sent a correspondence to a journalist? Do you guys know? Right?
Give me just a second, guys.
You might want to mute if you're calling someone. Yes, I have to get to bed. I got 3 hours sleep. Yeah. Yep. Good night, Polly. Okay, that would be great. Our bot. Dumb bot. Okay, so Molly says digital. Yes, they can only have private things sent to an attorney. Of course, it depends on how well the jail is watching and if the guy knows ways to get stuff in and out. So that was good.
I can tell you I can tell you what happens when it comes to mail inside the jails. When an inmate is receiving mail, their mail is automatically opened.
What about when they're sending it out?
I don't
Same
I don't
thing.
think I
That
don't know
same
about
thing.
that.
You have to look at before they send out.
Making sure there's no threats being sent out
Yeah.
by mail and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right.
About 5 more minutes.
Yeah. Ed Frank, did you have to do mandatory military training like in Estonia?
What do you mean mandatory? We're not drafted here, so I enlisted on my own free will. Sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude, but no, we do not have a draft unless wartime. They declare a draft. But like I said, I joined on my own free will.
Okay, that's good to know. So I'm assuming everybody. Okay, I can take this off of here. I'm assuming everybody saw the Uvalde 77-minute video.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on why it took so long? And what the heck were they doing in that hallway all that time?
I think it's that police chief stopped them. They had people going towards that door, but they turned around and like checking back to their hiding space. It's not like they could have gone through that door if they wanted to.
Right. And the one guy did try to go up a second time. I mean, you saw that nobody went with him.
Yeah.
So.
And they were trained to do that at that school not long ago when they had that practice.
Oh, Dee, you have to go and watch that. So I do want to say there's a portion of that video where you see a police officer on his phone. What they didn't tell you when they first released that video is that that police officer was the husband of the teacher, one of the teachers that got shot. And the reason he was checking his phone is because he was waiting for her to contact him. Later on in the video, he says to them, now that you can also see the body cam footage from different officers, he says to them, we got to get in there. She's been shot. They take his gun away from him and take him out of the building.
That was a wrong thing to do. He wanted to go get his wife.
Boston Christian goes, I'm still a soldier. I was a soldier when I enlisted. I might have a DD 214, but I will always be a soldier for life.
Mm-hmm.
I have not forgot one bit of training, and it's been over 30 years since I was discharged.
Mike, I know that he resigned from the council, but I hope he is being fired. Brian was also arrested for false reports. Blade thinks you've been on long enough, Frank. He wants you back. Yes, he does. My daughter's for a long time, too. I believe we're getting information through the chat that he is the one that called in the bomb threat. What is it called, Marv? Oh my gosh. Just type in Uvalde shooting or Uvalde shooting, and you'll get all the most recent body cam footage and the 77-minute footage of them first entering the building to finally right before they breached the door. It's okay, Radar. Glad you
Radar.
All these mass shootings are.
We're not doing no political thing. Nope.
Oh, I'm so angry about Uvalde. I can't watch it. Yes.
Everybody was after that police chief.
Oh, yeah.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 2 hour mark, guys.
It was a big old cluster. You got that right, Aaron. And they're going to be using that video footage for a lot of training sessions. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. In the past 3 days, we've done 5 lives. I don't even know how many hours we've been on, but it is 10 o'clock here, and I need to go to bed.
And I need to eat something because I haven't eaten today.
Yeah, you need to
Oh
eat.
yeah, Frank, eat something. Yeah.
No, the All-Star game was last night digital, so I would imagine they'll have a day or two off before they go back to the regular season start.
Yeah.
So, but it was nice to see everybody in the chat tonight. Appreciate you guys coming out.
Exactly. We
Now,
like we said, we are so thankful for all of you. Thank you to our subscribers, everyone that watches. We appreciate you.
but I will say that we will be taking a few days off since we've done 5 lives in the last 2 days. So we're going to take a couple days off, guys. So don't worry. We're not going anywhere. We just got to let our brain relax for a few days. So,
Yep. Things you guys have been on all this time.
so
Well, if you think about it, I think Monday we did 3 lives, and I
yep,
think
Yeah, that's what I heard.
that was about
6 hours.
4 to 5 hours, yeah. And then today we were on for 2.5 hours this morning and 2 hours now. So
And then yesterday,
were we on yesterday?
I believe so. I believe so.
I don't remember.
I don't either. So, so
Yeah, it's time you guys take a break. All right.
thank you, Boston Christian.
Yes, thank you so much, Boston. We appreciate it. Next live we'll go through what we plan on doing with donations and with the super stickers and everything that we're receiving. I can tell you we sent some money to Randy for
Thank
to
you for
visit
that.
his mom. I sent some money to Gray Hughes to donate to Kelsey's charity, and then the rest of it's all going in the bank. We've got some other donations that we want to make, and we'll keep you all guys all informed where that goes. So,
All right, guys.
thank you so much, Randy. Thanks for joining us tonight.
No problem. No problem. I'll have come on.
All right, guys. Well, you know the motto. Peace out.
Take
One love,
bye,
guys.
everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.